Hello, and welcome everyone to the very first episode of This Is My Moment. I'm your host, Tae Stubbs, for the evening, and I got a great show planned for you guys tonight. Before we get started with our first guest for this episode, let's get into some news, shall we? Have you guys heard about the 330 CDC safety guidelines and symptoms? Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? They're always updating it. On that symptom list, there's coughing, and they've added sneezing, which is kind of bizarre because the women of the 330, they use it to their advantage to keep guys away from them if they don't want talking to them. Yes, I know, but I am not a victim. Can you imagine walking up to a girl that you like, that you think is attractive, and all of a sudden she just starts coughing and sneezing uncontrollably? Hello, ma'am. That's right, man. Don't bless her. Get away. Far away. In other news, Tekashi 6ix9ine is reportedly supposed to be released from jail soon. From an unknown source known as his lawyer, it has been stated that he's going to make a new list, and a lot of you may be on it. My producers have told me that I even may be on it. Gotta think about that. The last bit of news we got for you guys tonight is that the unprecedented number of unemployment claims has skyrocketed. Can you imagine taking off from your job or being furloughed and then receiving $700+ a week for doing nothing? I'm going to say this with strong passion. I hope to be a rehire one day. But that's all I got for you guys right now. You guys stay tuned throughout this show. We got special guest Derrick Anderson, straight out of Youngstown, the basketball phenom, and Kristin with her new book and journal and what it means to be the Candle Lady of Youngstown. Everybody stay tuned. We'll be right back. I'll see you soon.
Oh no.
Oh, you might really win this time, man.
Please. Come on. Chill.
I didn't want to do this to you, but draw forward. Colors green.
Pick him up, pick him up. Touch the read.
You'll be alright, bro.
You don't have to. Two more. Two of them. You'll be alright. Come on, man. Coming back your way. Brad, you don't have to. Two more. Two of them. Give it up. It's alright. You got it. It's alright. Gentlemen, it's been fun. Draw four. Draw two. Oh no.
Kicking this shit like, hold on. Get it, then you gotta put the bra on. Skirt on these nigga like, so long.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to This Is My Moment. I'm your host, Tae Stubbs here, and we're about to jump into it with our first guest. Now, this boy is a basketball prospect, straight out of Youngstown, Ohio. And I'm talking the boy is bad, like Michael Jordan bad. First team All-American, defensive player, and the boy can dunk. Without further ado, put your right hand and your left hand together and welcome Derrick Anderson. What's going on, brother? Good to finally meet you, man. You're a lot bigger than what they told me.
How you been?
Yeah, man. How you been?
I'm doing good. Hanging in there. How about you?
I'm good, man. Good. Well, we're gonna get started off with talking about your folks, man. Like how you got into it, how they helped you prevail. Cause you up there. We gonna get there, but we need to start down here. You know, started from the bottom. Now we here. No. Okay. All right, man. So yeah, tell us about your folks, man. We know that you are in the Church of the Lord.
You know, growing up, I'm a PK, preacher's kid. My dad's a pastor. You know, just in my family, you know, my grandfather was a pastor. It's just all in our family. So just growing up, always in the church. My mom, you know, we're all musically inclined. You know, my mom's a singer, my sisters are singers, my dad, aunts, uncles, grandpas, everybody. So, you know, just coming up, it was hard, you know, sometimes, you know, being a PK, everything got to be, you know, but.
Precise.
All right, precise. So, but at the end of the day, it was like meant for me, and it made me who I am. So
yeah, man, that discipline got you there. Yeah, man. Speaking of discipline, when it comes to basketball, like, what does it take for you to be this good? Cause I done seen some highlights. And boy, I don't know how you do it. You looking like Kyrie out there.
Well, you know, just a lot of time and effort. You know, working hard, just putting a lot of time. You know, the more you put in, the more that come out. So, you know, I'm thankful that God gave me this passion and this mentality. Because 4th grade, I started, you know, going to the gym just for fun, but then I started taking it more serious, and you know, now just made me who I am today.
So with you taking it this serious, and with you at this point in your life, like, do you have like any time, like any free time to have like a social life or do anything else?
You know, a little bit, but you know, most of the time it consists of being in the gym. You know, you gotta sacrifice things, but you know, you got some free time. You know, parties and everything else like that, it'll come later. But you know, you got to put your focus in, you know, to this. So that's what I had to do.
Well, that don't make them like you no more, because a lot of these kids nowadays, all they want to do is party and be on their phone, or be on their phone and party. You know, no specific order. So your stats are pretty impressive, man. You know, you took your Boardman varsity basketball team and won them like 21 games over the last some odd years. Like, how does that happen?
God, first and foremost. You know, I'm just thankful. We all like grew up playing together, so it was a travel team.
Your team?
Yeah, a travel team, like in 4th grade. So we all just stick together, and you know, we knew we could be good in high school, but I'm glad we all stick together, and you know, it was fun. It was fun for sure.
And you like in a 1,000-point club? Like not a lot of people can score like 1,000 points in like the whole season, or like over the course of their career. I know I did. My knee wouldn't have gave out. Anyway, protect your knees at all times. Remember that, you know. So you just committed.
Sir.
I'm gonna let you tell the camera where you committed at.
I committed to Lakeland Community College. Played for the Lakeland Lakers in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. Yeah, you give it up for yourself, man. Yeah, for sure. So, do you plan on like making basketball something you focus on other than like business and theater?
Yeah, basketball. That's my main goal. You know, in the future and stuff, to play basketball. But you know, like you said, theater and acting. That's another thing that I want to do. And, you know, pursue as well. And you know, just have a lot of different incomes, a lot of different things that I want to do. So. Yes.
So you know what you just said? You know what you just said? You can act?
You know, I'm trying to. I don't know if I can, you know, act, but I'm gonna get there.
Have you been working on anything?
A little bit. Well,
I've been working on something.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
We should do it.
Oh. Okay.
You ready?
Oh yeah. Teach me some.
Right now?
Right now. Okay. Right now.
So, what are you doing here?
Alright. I ain't there yet, but I'm gonna get there.
What are you doing here?
And
That's okay.
oh,
He's going to work on it because I'm going to work on mine too. Now, don't worry about it. Ain't nobody even going to see that. So, moving right along, my man. So business, theater, basketball, 1,000 points. You're trying to get your life together, trying to get it on track. What or how do you prepare for college? Like, have you been on a college visit? Have you been to different colleges? Like, how did you come up with making your decision on where you committed to?
Really, I've kind of put all of it aside, during the season because my main goal is focusing on the season and winning and playing with my teammates. But after the season, I started, looking more into it and stuff. But then all this stuff started happening. So it kind of like pushed everything back. And then a lot of colleges weren't like contacting me and stuff. A lot of them gave up on me, closed the door on me. But, the school, Lakeland, they came at the end at all the colleges that like, stopped talking to me or whatever. So it's just God's plan at the end of the day. And it was the best opportunity for me anyway. So I'm just excited and thankful.
Okay. Have you played anybody one-on-one on the campus?
No.
No?
I haven't, no.
Do you want to call out somebody right now? Do it.
Whoever won it.
Call them out.
Honest, it don't really
Say a
matter,
name.
but
Say a name.
coach.
Don't say a name. Don't say it. No, don't say it. No, we'll cut that. Did you say your coach? Boy, what's wrong with you? How you going to play? You calling out the coach. You think you going to get in?
He can get it, man. It's whatever to me. It matter to me.
Well, it's time to take a moment of silence for his career. Okay, and when we come back from these messages, we're going to figure out what he thinks of this or that. Everybody, you stay tuned, all right?
I ain't mean to flex my bag. I ain't mean to flex my bag. I'm trying to get in my bag. I'm trying to get in my bag. And the bitch with me so bad. Yeah, the bitch with me so bad. I ain't mean to flex my bag. I ain't mean to flex my bag. Put that shit in their face.
Everybody, we're back here with Derrick Anderson on This Is My Moment. And it's time to play this or that. Now, Derrick, are you ready?
Most definitely.
I was born ready. That was the wrong answer, sir. You should have said what I said, but I said it first, so you can't say what I said. All right, let's get into it. So, this or that. I'm going to give you two options. You either pick this or that. Did you get it?
Got it.
All right, anyway. So, you ready?
Sir.
Put 60 seconds on the clock. And Denzel or Will Smith?
Denzel.
What?
Oh, Denzel for sure.
Which Denzel? Like 2010 Denzel or 1990s Denzel?
90,
Okay, I give you that. Okay. LeBron or Michael?
LeBron.
Ooh, I like that. Give me some on that. I pick LeBron too. Now that's tough because I did just watch The Last Dance, but I pick LeBron and because he's from the 330.
That's
Next, Angela Bassett, Regina King.
Regina King.
That's a tough one.
That is.
I take Regina King. You seen 7 seconds?
I have.
You did? My Lord.
Crazy.
Oh, this is the last one. We're running out of time. No, not that one. No. Okay, last one. Lala, Carmelo Anthony's wife, or Bernice Burgos?
Lala. Gotta go Lala. Lala. Yeah, Lala.
We're going to cut that off. We're going to cut that out. I can't believe you just said that.
It's tough, but I got it. Lala. She held it down.
Okay. All right, I'm going to let you slide with that one because you can dunk. But if you couldn't dunk, it would be me and you. And them. The Sizzlers. Or Applebee's. Whatever they like. So, real quick, man. So, we didn't talk much about your social life. So, let's jump into that. your social life is pretty slim, you know, because you're focused on basketball. How do you, like, are your friends very receptive on, like, what you do? So let me put it to you this way. Are your friends, do they do activities that you like to do, or do you always do what they have to do?
Oh, yeah, everybody, a lot of my friends involved in sports. Mm-hmm. So if it's not basketball, it might be football, track, whatever it is. So, you know, we all like, our mindsets is kind of like the same. So, you know, we can relate to in a lot of ways. So that helps a lot in a friendship. But, you know, you always got some friends who not really for you or whatever like that. But yeah, everybody can relate.
Okay. So how can people relate to what you go through, or do you have any trials or tribulations that you go through that hinder your workouts or your training or like your schoolwork?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, you go through things, you know, every day, wherever it is, but you know, a lot of stuff affects everything. It's about just keeping your mind on straight. So that's what I try to do. Try to block out everything. Because when I get in the gym, it's like everything goes away. It's like, so when I'm stressed out, when I'm going through whatever, go to the gym and, you know, take my mind off it. And then I go back, leave the gym, and I'm straight. So it helps me a lot.
Okay. You a Kobe Bryant fan?
I'm a Kobe Bryant fan, yeah.
Oh, man. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Most death. That was one of the questions I was going to ask you. Kobe or Michael. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. So we'll leave that for another day. And before you get out of here, man, I need you to give some advice to all the young people out there that are looking to do what you're doing, because you are on your way to somewhere, because you are somebody. I've seen you play. I've heard nothing but great things about you. And, you know, I'm wishing to see you on my television, like all of them.
I'll be there, sure.
So, shed some light, man. Give some advice.
First thing I say, you know, keep God first. You know, without God, you're nothing. So, you know, you got God in your life. Keep Him first and work hard. And always keep faith, because, you know, it's going to be some hard times that, you know, you're going to want to give up or whatever, but it's just God testing your faith, and it's only going to build you up for the future and help you. So, and don't listen to people that'll tell you you can't do this or that. You know, they'll tell you that because they couldn't do it, or they don't want to see you do it. So just, you know, keep your mind right, your mentality, keep that. Don't give up. Don't give up.
All right, man. Well, Derrick Anderson, I appreciate you coming on, my man. Thank you for shedding that light and giving some advice. Everybody, you heard it here first on This Is My Moment. This is Derrick Anderson, the Youngstown basketball prospect, going to the league. Quote me on those words. When we come back, we got the Candle Lady, gifts from a Virgo, Kristin Scott Biggs here, talking about her new book and her journal. You guys stay tuned. It's going to be another great episode.
Step in like come and action. Yeah. Get your popcorn, cause the show on. Foreign bit with me, had so long. Walked in, Frank Luke coat on. Pop a nigga, I see coat on. Kicking this shit like, hold on. Get it, then you gotta put the bra on.
Oh, hello there. Welcome back to This Is My Moment. I'm your host, Tae Stubbs, here for the evening. Now, before we get into our next guest, I want to talk about some news, some disturbing news. YouTube and kids. YouTube kids and what they search. I have recently discovered that a kid was actually searching for how to whoop their parents' ass. Yeah, I know. I'm looking the same. I'm looking the same as you. Yeah, I know. Like, how does... I know when I was like a kid, I wasn't searching how to beat up my kid. I didn't even think that was possible for you to, like, beat up your parents. Like, I was searching for how to do the Dougie. I'm still searching for it. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, did the kid ever figure it out? I hope he didn't find that video of Mike Tyson boxing at 53, because, hey, I bet the parents lost that fight. You agree? You agree? Okay. In other news, we're going to let the other news. We're just going to let the other news be the other news. So, this next guest is a businesswoman, an author, and a damn good friend. Her latest book, Release and Unleash Through Grief, has hit the market, and it's a for sure read that everybody needs. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Kristin Scott Biggs. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. You look amazing, as usual.
You do too, as usual.
Well, thank you. I try.
I did too.
You wanna know what's crazy is that we match.
How ironic. Do you want to be like me when you grow up?
Who wouldn't want to be like you?
Oh, good question.
So, aside from looking good, you feel good. You got a book out.
Yeah,
Business is going crazy.
for sure.
Candles. You still selling candles?
I am back to making the candles.
Yeah. I'm going to need some of them.
I got you.
Yeah, I need some smell goods for the house.
I got you.
So, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about this because everybody is ordering. Everybody's talking about it. It's all over Facebook. It's on the market. Tell us what's in this book.
Release and Unleash Through Grief. So, I lost my husband. It will be 10 months on the 14th of this month, actually. So when he passed away, I experienced grief, pain, frustration, probably everything that you can imagine that your body can experience, I did at that moment. So immediately when he passed away, I started writing in my notes. Like I was talking to him like, hey, I'm feeling, I'm messed up right now, And I started like really releasing my emotions, my thoughts, everything to him spiritually because I'm writing in my notes. And I remember like I'm breaking down and just going through grief, because when life happens, grief happens. When pain happens, grief happens. And I remember speaking to my best friend and her and I, we were texting, and I was just telling her how I felt and everything, and she was like, you should definitely write like a book like this, to help people. And I said, you know what, I think that's something that I should do. And so she said, okay, so notes from a wife, the first page that I wrote, I sent it to her, and she said, yeah, this is it, Kyle. And I said, well, I am, I'm gonna do that, So in the midst of that, I had, I still had things to like implement in my life, even when I started writing, and I had to go over little hurdles to for sure. So I started writing it, and the biggest misconception of the book that I get sometimes, not all the time, but is people think it's just for the loss of a husband, or it's just for losing someone. And Release and Unleash Through Grief is really when life happens to you and you feel overwhelmed, because sometimes we grieve within ourselves. Right. You go through things in your own life, and you don't even have to lose anyone, and you need this book because it's a guide and it's a tool, and it entails prayers, exercises to implement in your everyday life, affirmations, and I tell things that I experienced with losing my husband and things that I had to go through to see that it's important that you have to find yourself, you have to love yourself, and most importantly, not stay stagnant in grief. Right. Not stay stagnant in anything you go through in life, especially if it's not good for your mental, physical, spiritual, intellectual, anything of what you feel, So it's pretty much finding yourself, loving yourself. If you can't love yourself 100% or to the utmost, you won't be able to love anyone that's surrounding you. I have children. We had children. Right. He was my husband, my friend, and my children's father. Everything to me. And so I had to say, listen, God, we have to come to an agreement here. You know what I mean? We have to figure something out, because one thing for sure, during my breakdowns, I realized, one, I cannot stay here mentally, physically either. I knew I didn't like the way it felt, and I knew I had to come to grips with realizing and figuring out what do Kristin have to do. So writing the book became therapeutic for me as well. One, I knew if I help one person realize, one, I have to love myself. Two, I can't stay here. I love you. I will never forget you or whatever is going on with me, but I have to move on. And I'm not saying forgetting what you're going through or forgetting your loved one, but mentally and physically, spiritually, on every aspect, you have to learn to grow through what you're going through.
Right.
And so that's why I put the book out. And now it's people all over the world, Africa, Maryland, all over, reaching out like, hey, this has helped me. It helped me find myself. I'm healing now, you know. And it's important, one, to heal is very essential. Two, to find yourself, you know, because you'll find yourself years later like, dang, I miss my kids' growth, youth, everything, because you're stuck on what you can't change. So that's release and unleash. Releasing what you're holding on and unleashing the power, the lion in you.
Okay. Snap it up. We like that. We like that. And to everybody out there, you can order this.
Yes, for sure.
Today.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So you said it's reaching different parts of the world. And have you ran into anybody that, like physically, that is like read your book or like that has a copy? Have you ran into any personal interactions with anybody?
Yeah, actually, someone just actually wrote me a few days ago and said, I haven't lost anyone in a while, in a good while, but this book actually helped me find myself. And now I know that I have to heal and love myself, and thank you. And I said, well, that's an accomplishment alone. Right. I'm happy that you know that what you have to do. Yeah, it's a lot of people actually been writing me, even when they came to get candles. I had one girl, and now her and I, we're really close. She lost her fiance, and now like she comes over, she's like, I need you to read this with me. You know, through all that I got you. I said, if you feel down, come over. You know, because that's what it's about, helping someone recognize what they have to do and what they have to implement, and stand and surrounding yourself with positivity and love, and the good love, you know. And I know anyone who try to disturb my peace, I block them. Mentally, physically, whatever type of way, you know.
Me both.
Yeah, and it's important. You know, someone, you know, I had, when at my job, they said, so soon. And then I had someone say, in 8 months, she could write a book. It's no time frame. I said, it's so soon to you, but it's at this moment, it is needed. Right. The world is grieving, you know, and this is what God put on my spirit to do. And when he said do it, and I said, speak wisdom into me, release and unleash through grief came. So it's important that it's no time frame on grief. And people say, I don't want to be there 5 years from now waking up like I just lost my whole life and my son graduated and I didn't see it. We have kids, you know, and even if you don't have kids, you have yourself in the flesh. And yourself is more important than anything, because if you don't love yourself properly, you can't love anyone properly. So it's no, it's so soon. I love my husband in spirit form on a whole different level too. So it's like, it's important that I heal me. And I'm not about to do it on any one time, and I'm not about to, nobody can't tell me, and nobody can't tell you, no, you gotta wait 5 years, you gotta wait 3 years. No, because healing and being in the now is most important. We still have flesh. Right. So I'm gonna make my husband proud, my children proud, my family proud, by helping somebody to realize we're gonna get through this. Love yourself, pray, and overcome. And I'm not saying forget the person or anything, but it's just important that you know you have to love yourself. And that's what this book is about.
Well, people, you heard it here first. Love yourself. And if you don't, love yourself. All right, so we're going to take a short break, but stay where you are, because when we come back, there's more with Kristin Scott Biggs. And release and unleash through grief. Get that. Order it, buy it, love it. Stay tuned.
I guess I figured out now, this is your first time. This is your first
Hello and welcome Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Moment. I'm your host, Tae Stubbs, for the evening. I will be here all night along with Kristin Scott Biggs. Now, you guys have just heard about her book, but she has something else in stores for you guys. She has a journal. It's called Release and Unleash on Paper. Your journal to self-love and healing. You have to say it with the soft voice. It has a much more effect. Healing. All right. So, Miss Kristin, how did you come about this journal?
Well, when I wrote the book, Release and Unleash Through Grief, I felt that it was a necessity to have something to coincide with it so that the people, when they read the book, they could learn to release their thoughts and their emotions, good or bad, to the paper, put the pen to the paper, and then unleash the goals, everything else that needs to come to fruition, you know. So I wrote the book and I asked questions. It's not like a regular journal where there's just all blank pages. I ask questions. I say, let's talk about you. That's the first page. Let's talk about you. What's affecting you most in life? So I give the people a chance to think deep, like what's affecting me. And then there's other questions as well that is that's in the journal. So I really want people to release what they're holding on to, so that they can live, so that they can unleash what needs to be let out. You know, release the bad, release anything that's holding on, and then unleash the power in you. So you're gonna write your thoughts and everything, and you're gonna learn, like, I do need to love myself. I do need to heal from this. And when you get to the end of the book, it's like, okay, these are the affirmations. Let me see what can motivate me and bring positivity into my life.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how hard it is to, you know, get to that acceptance stage to where you have to accept that you know, have to maybe change up your routine of how you get through things, you know. And so I know firsthand I had to change up my routine. And if it's a lot of you out there that are, you know, going through stuff that have, you know, a certain routine that you've been doing for years, maybe now is the time to change it up, you know? Get this journal and write it out.
Yes.
Self-love and healing. Remember, right?
Yeah, self-love.
So, people can buy this as well, right?
Absolutely.
Buy it today, now. Spend it. Love it. So, you know I couldn't let you out of here without no questions. Can't let you out here with no questions.
Yes.
All right. So, this or that.
Ooh.
That or this.
This or that or that or this. I got it.
I hate it when she does that. Yeah, what she said, that game, okay? So, I'm going to give you two options. No need to repeat. And you pick this or that.
Okay.
All right? Now, I'm going to give you 30 seconds because you talk fast. 30 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Get 30 seconds on the clock. And go. Oh, the time started. Okay. No, not that one. Angela Bassett or Regina King?
Angela Bassett.
Why?
Love her. What's love got to do with it?
Can you sing?
What's love got to do? Nah.
Okay, we'll cut that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You a sports fan?
No.
Skip that one. I told you she talked fast. I told you. Okay. Android or Apple?
Apple.
Why?
Why not?
Okay. Pen or pencil?
Pen.
Why?
Permanent.
All right, this game is over. Cut the time off. Cut it off. Okay. I don't know how or why, but I'm going to figure out why and how. Moving on.
Okay.
So, the last thing we want to talk about, or we think that you should let the people know, is how do you get into your different, like, characters or roles? Like, how hard is it, or how challenging can it be to like be in a realm of like selling candles, and then how hard can it be or challenging can it be to, you know, deal with people who are, you know, loving your book or taking to your book? So how do you manage both of those?
Well, I think having a good personality and having a great spirit is not really challenging. I think it's for me. And I started back making candles because it became therapeutic for me. And I wrote the book because it was healing and it was helpful, and I knew that it would help people, and both coincide. My candles are therapeutic for many people and they help people, and so does my book. That too, so it's a bonus with that, you know. And so my book is helpful too, so I guess they both coincide. I'm helping people with both things that I'm actually, that God gifted me with, you know. So it's not challenging, especially the fact that, like I said, I'm a people's person, you know. I love people and I'm good with people, so I think that's God's gift to me, to help people in all aspects. So writing the book and selling candles, that's what I'm fit to do.
So since you help people out, you got change for 20 so I can buy a candle today?
Okay, I don't have no change on me. I just take that as a tip.
She ain't serving, but she wants some tips. Ain't that something?
Ooh, I'm serving you with every good thing that I have in life right now going on with me.
Punchline today.
I'm just saying.
Your family out in the crowd and they just loving you.
I love them back.
I can't wait till the streams. So, let the people know how they can buy your products.
Giftsfromavirgo.com. I'm publishing my website as we speak, so giftsfromavirgo.com is where you can purchase everything: candles, the book, and the journal, and everything else that I have in store. I actually have an event coming up June 19th as well. It's Release and Unleash is my book signing, and I'll be speaking, and it'll be positive vibes, great energy. The tickets are $25, but it includes the book.
Okay. Well, we know with you it's always positive vibes and all love, and I'm so glad you was able to make it out and take time out of your busy day to come here on This Is My Moment and make this your moment, because we have watched you for a while, and I am so proud to have you as a friend. That's my friend, y'all.
This is my friend, y'all. He's so dope. Thank you for having me, though. I truly appreciate it. It's a blessing to be on This Is My Moment, and I thank you. You know, you always been good to me. Photo shoots, everything. You have an amazing eye. You are just super dope, and it's a blessing to even be here with you right now. You know, so thank you.
Much appreciated. She making me blush. Don't look at it. Anyway, that's our time for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with somebody. Kristin Scott Biggs, Release and Unleash, the book and the journal. Buy it, spend it, love it. I'll see you guys next time on This Is My Moment with Tae Stubbs. See y'all.
Peace and blessings.
Let's go. Might go a few more rounds, don't leave you down. Yeah, I don't wanna waste it. Might take a trip down Melrose. Let the sun hit my skin. I feel like heaven.